Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, YouTube channel, channel, with your host Ruben Mahali. If this is your first time joining this family, thank you guys, and please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button down below. Here is the moment of subscription. Please do subscribe right now before we continue. Okay. I guess you have subscribed, okay? So let's move on. If this is your second time, the third time, or let me just say a returning subscriber, welcome back again, and thank you guys. Thank you for supporting Mughal over here. Like this video, share it. It really helps a channel a lot. And let's meet on the comment section. Today I'm back again with another story time. I know guys that you like my story times. So yeah, I'm back again with another story time, and as you can judge by the title of this story time, okay, let me just get into it. It was in 2010. Okay, if you have followed my stories that I've been telling, how I became blind, you'll remember that I went totally blind in 2008. Okay, so in 2010 it was still new to me. I still wanted my eyesight back, and you know how us Africans are. Let me just say how everybody is. Like when you are faced with an unacceptable condition, you want it to change. So I couldn't accept it. I wanted my eyesight back, so I would go everywhere. Like when they say this pastor knows how to pray, goes there, I will go there. When they say this pastor knows how to do this, go there, I will do that. Okay. And then in 2010, remember this pastor, I am just gonna say his name, guys. Pastor Chris was all over the news, on television, everywhere, on radios. Like he was the man of the moment. And they were like, oh, this pastor knows his story. Okay, fine. In 2010, my parents told me to go there. They said, hey, there's this pastor, he can do this, he can do that. Many people were healed. He would go to a stadium and he would pray for people, and we will see people standing up on top of wheelchairs. Others will give testimonies that I have been deaf for 25 years, now I can see. I just heard the pastor calling my name, and they will just cry for joy. Ooh, like it was like wow. And I was like, others would say like, I've been blind for 30 years, others for 10 years, now I can see, hey, blah blah blah. Oh, I'm not talking, but I'm a wheelchair bound. People who were on stretchers, those ones, every time when Pastor Chris was there, those people were being healed. Okay, then I got motivated. I was like, I want to go there. I want my asset back. I also want to celebrate like these people who are celebrating. Okay, fine. In 2010, my mother took me there. I remember my mother was working, if I'm not mistaken, and then she took leave. She took a leave for 2 weeks so that she could take me there. Okay, fine. In that, please excuse me the disturbance on the background. Okay, then Mina, the schools were closed, so it was during the Easter holidays. I can remember the Easter holidays were closing for how many weeks? 2 weeks. Yeah, it was during those holidays. And then on that 2 weeks, we attended, guys, Monday to Monday. Yeah, we would go there Monday to Monday. And then when we arrived to that church, it's like they were saying, what was that thing? It was not like a church. They were saying there are healing schools. Yes, healing schools. You would go there and they would teach you how to pray, how to read a Bible. No, I'm not sure about how to read a Bible. They were reading these books, the rhapsodies, every day. They will read a rhapsody, teaching you how to pray, and you will pray the whole day. It is lunchtime, you go for lunch, and then you come back, you pray, and that it was my first time like experiencing this thing of people praying in tongues, whereby they'll be like you know those things. Then there will be someone who's leading, ne? And I think, let me just say, he was a junior pastor, because I'm not sure. That junior pastor would like, you need to pray in tongues. And I didn't know how to pray in tongues. And then I would listen to the person who's next to me and I will copy. When that person goes, Rabashanterere, I will also say Rabashanterere. When they say Rabakasakarakara, I will do that, you know. And then I remember there was a time whereby we were taken outside to practice how to pray in tongues. They were like, those who doesn't know how to pray in tongues, follow us. Like, we will follow the one who's the people who are leading that group, and go outside and they will teach us how to pray. They will like, just say anything, like just pray and pray. And then when you see that you are running out of words, just say anything, just mumble. That's praying in tongues. And we pray. But when I have to mumble, I was like, I didn't believe. I don't know whether you can call me someone who doesn't have a belief. But I was like, how can I say something that I don't know? What does it mean? What if I'm swearing? And then I'll be swearing at God. I remember someone was like, no, you can't swear whereas you don't know that you are swearing. So if you are swearing, which means that you are not swearing. And I was like, okay, and I will copy and I will do the Shantara Rebecca Shanda. Ha! Hamas is born. Okay, fine. Every day we'll go there. We would go there during the collection time, the offering. What is it? The offering. We will give the offering and fine. And they were saying, like, I remember on Friday, was it on Thursday or on Friday? I think it was on a Thursday, on the second week of Thursday. They were going to give us tickets to go to the halls. There were 2 huge halls whereby Pastor Chris was coming. So only to attend to the people who were attending the healing school. And he's going to pray for all of us, okay? And then your entrance to the hall will be determined by the color of your card. If your color was, I have forgotten even the colors because it's the long 10 years ago, guys, in 2010. I don't blame me, now it's 2020. I'll just give the colors. Let's say the yellow card was for not, you are going to get inside the hall, but you won't be prayed for, okay? And then if you have a red card, which means that you're going to be at the forefront, they're going to pray, like Pastor Chris is going to pray for you. Okay, fine. I was happy. I was holding my heart like, oh, okay. And then I got a yellow card. Oh, I was sad. Remember, on Monday I have to go back to school. I think on Wednesday, yes, on Wednesday I had to go back to school because the schools were opening. And then I got the yellow card. Okay, fine. And they will ask how many people are going to come with you. And it was like my mom and my dad and I think my 2 siblings. I think they were allowing only 5 family members to come there. And then they took me there. Okay, my parents were happy, but they were like, but we will continue with the attendance. Surely after attending the second session, which is after 2 weeks again, after attending for 2 weeks, maybe we are going to get a red card to go there. Okay, fine. Then we went to church. I think it was on a Sunday. We went there and I wasn't prayed for because, yeah, obviously. And then my father, because my mother was there with me, my mother was allowed to get inside with me inside that huge hall whereby Pastor Chris was going to be there. And then my father was sent to another hall whereby he was going to watch over the screen, okay, over those big screens. And my siblings, okay, fine, we attended the whole church. People were prayed for, and like your faith will go up. It was like, wow, people are same thing. People were standing on their wheelchair, on the stretchers. Blind people were seeing. The deafs could hear. And it was like a celebration. And I couldn't wait. And then my mother said, and then what are we going to do? Then, okay, on a Monday. On Wednesday, going back to school. I was like, no, I'm not. And my father was like, don't give up. This 2 weeks we'll just attend again, and then you are gonna get a red card. Then you will see again. Then Pastor Chris is going to pray for you, and you're going to be healed. And I was happy, guys. I had hope. I had faith. Yo, everybody in my family had faith. And I remember we even ran out of money. Like, my parents didn't have money. They went and borrowed for money, so that for transport, because I don't remember the prices of a taxi, but we were traveling from Alexander to Rambek every day, and it was the two of us. We traveled from Alexander to Rambek, from Rambek to Alexander every day. Remember, it was those 2 weeks, Monday to Sunday, and then another 2 weeks again. And my mom was no longer going to work for, like, my mom didn't go to work for the whole month, which means she was not going to be paid for that month, because my mom wanted the best for me. Okay, sure, we went there again. We are studying afresh. Okay, they welcome us. We attended. This time I saw that I'm going to get a red card, because you know what happened? They called me, and they put me in another room whereby they were interviewing me. I was there with my mom, and they interviewed me. Like, they would interview you, what's your name? We will say your name is blah blah blah, and your surname, how old are you, when did you become blind, or when did you started getting sick. You will tell them the history of your life, and they will ask for a summary, and you will summarize everything about your life. When you got blind, this is what happened. It happened like this and that. And then we'll go outside, and they will take photos, like, from a distance. They were like, okay, now you are going to walk towards us. You will walk, and we are going to take pictures of you and videos. And they will do that. And it's like, no, this is a documentary. I'm going to be on one of Pastor Chris's videos one day, because next week I'm going to see. Okay, I'm going to regain my eyesight back. Yeah, guys, okay, fine. Next week arrives, Thursday. We were given those red cards. I received my red card. We were happy, Ekaya, like, we were celebrating. Yo, she got a red card. Then she's going to be prayed for, and she's going to be fine. I remember talking to my friend, and my friend was like, Rowan, why aren't you coming back to school? Like, we're busy with tests and all of that. I was like, no, don't worry, I'll fix all of that. Blah blah blah. And there's something that I'm dealing with. And I had hope. I told my friend, I would say, hi, maybe when I come there, I'm going to take my remove, like, I'm moving out of that school. And she was like, why? And it's like, no, I will tell you everything when I get there, okay? Because I had that faith with, you know what, I won't attend to that school anymore. And obviously I was going to be forced to leave, because that school was only for people with disabilities. Okay, so okay, fine. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we went to church. Hey, manje, I'm happy, guys. I remember it was a big day. It was a big day. Obviously, I'm going to be prayed for, and Mughal is going to regain her sight. Okay, we arrived there. We were sitting at some other churches, and then they called us by our like those cards. When I remember, I think they had numbers. They called our numbers, like number ban, but they were different numbers. They were not like what they were not in order, like 1 2 3 4 5. They were like, maybe if they call 2, then they'll go to 7, then they'll go to 9, then they'll go to 14, then they'll just like that, you see. So sorry, I think by the time that they were giving you the card, they would write, oh, this one is blind, it's number 7, this one in is number ban, this one in is number. So they knew our disabilities, and they knew our problems, so they were giving us those cards. Okay, then we went to, they said you must come to this specific hall. Okay, we went to that hall. Actually, it wasn't a hall, it was a room, guys. Oh, my heart, guys. They took us to that room. I mean, people with real problems were taken to that room. People on stretchers, on wheelchairs. Oh, like people who are really sick. They took us and closed us in that room. Take it or leave it. This is what happened. I remember one day I was telling one of my schoolmates about this thing. I think in 2012 or 11, I was like, oh no, I went to Pastor Chris and this happened. And she wanted to kill me. She wanted to hit me. She was like, you are lying. You are lying. Guys, it's up to you whether you think I'm lying or what. But this is the true story from the horse's mouth. They closed us into that room. Okay, we stayed there. And then next to me, there was another girl. Okay, and then my mother said to me, you know, like she whispered into my ear, she said, I think this girl who's next to you is also blind. And I was like, oh, okay. And then they said the people who are escorting us should go outside because there's no space. Okay, so my mom was outside, and my father, they were inside that huge hall where Pastor Chris was. It's like a stadium. Like that hall is so big. It has lots of chairs and all of that. And there's a middle part and a stage there. You know, my estate theater. That's the state theater. So, and then okay, fine. And then in front, there at the forefront in that huge hall, there are chairs and tables and numbers and cards. And Mina, I thought we are the one who are going to sit there. How here comes other people that we have never seen at the healing school. Those people came, guys, and they sat on those chairs. Others were on their wheelchairs. We don't know them. Like, we knew each other because we've been attending for 4 weeks. Remember, we attended for 2 weeks. Most of us didn't go through. And all of us who were really sick on that first 2 weeks, we didn't go. We received the yellow cards. And then now, on the second 2 weeks after attending, we were at the same room. And none of us went there in front. None of us was there at the front. And I was like, okay, fine. By that time, my mom came and told me that, hey, Reboni, hey, you know, like my mom was coming in and out, like coming and ask me, are you still fine? Do you want to go to the toilet? And if I wanted to go to the toilet, I would ask her and she would take me to the toilet and all of that. And my mom like will whisper to my ears, you know, on that front, there are no people who we were attending the healing school with. But anyway, maybe they are from another healing school, or maybe they are from somewhere. Let's hope that Pastor Chris is going to come to your room and pray for you. Like, but my mom was like, but why are they closing you inside this room? Why? You know? And I was like, oh, okay, fine. My mom left. Oh, guys, and I started having some chat with this girl who was next to me. I asked her name. For the sake of this video, let's say her name was Simpiwe. And like Simpiwe was like, yeah, I don't know. I think she was at a university at that time. And then she was happy. And she also thought, like, we would talk. And she'd be like, yo, you know, I can't wait going back to school with my eyesight back. She was so happy, guys. I was also happy. Me and her, we were celebrating. We are going to see the ugly girls at the school. We are going to see the beautiful girls. We are going to see, the cute guys and all of that, the handsome guys, and we would talk and we would laugh and say, oh, you know, I'm going to take a license. We just planned. We were happy together. We even exchanged numbers and said, yeah, we are going to visit one another. We just became friends there. Okay, fine. The service started. Pastor Chris arrived. He started praying to people. He prayed. How? Like, when it started becoming a kiosk, I think it was around 5 when he was supposed to leave. And remember, when he was praying there, people were falling. People were like healing, receiving their deliverance. Tina, he didn't come to us. Okay, Mina didn't see him coming to me. I only had someone touching me, like this. People were being touched, and I was kneeling, he's out. And then my friend was taken. Someone came and take my friend. And I was like, oh, maybe like she stood up fast, she didn't tell me where she was going. She just stood up fast. And I was like, anyway, my friend is blind. And for her to stand up like that, my friend can see, which means that my friend has regained. Now I am calling her my friend, yeah, Simpiwe, which means that my friend has regained her sight back. Because if it was her mom was going to talk to me and tell me that I'm taking Simpiwe out, or Simpiwe was going to tell me, Uguti, I'm leaving, I'm coming back. But then I think in my mind, I was like, oh, she stood up because of joy. She couldn't contain like her happiness. She just, when something's happening, I thought she was like, and just went out. That's what was in my mind. Now, people are leaving, ne? People are leaving, guys. Segulate, yahanjwa. People like this. The service is over. The service is over. Like by the time they were coming and touching us on our head, praying for us, they didn't even pray for me, guys. It was like, I don't know. Maybe that was the prayer, but that's what happened. Excuse me. Okay, after my friend had disappeared, after a very long time, I'm just there, guys, sitting alone. After a very long time, I think 15 minutes, my mother came and she was like, yo, Riboni. And then what happened? And I was like, what happened? My mother was like, we are leaving. We are leaving. How? Yeah, I could tell it was late. It was now around 6 something past 6. My mom was like, yeah, we are leaving 6 p.m. And I was like, oh, okay. And she said, where's your friend? And I was just like, I think she regained her sight back because she just stood up that quick and she went out like fast. And then my mother was like, oh, really? She could see? She can see? I was like, yeah, I think so. And then how suddenly her mother came. Her mother was like, and then where's Simpiwe? Where's Simpiwe? I'm looking for her. She's not in the room that you were at. Where is she? I was like, where's Simpiwe? I don't know. And I told her the same thing. I think she's Simpiwe can see because she just stood up and left. I didn't see the person who took her. So I thought she stood up on her own and left. Hi, after a very long time, they were like, no, we are looking for Simpiwe. We can't find her. Oh, they started looking for her. And then we couldn't leave. So my father said, let's go and help her mother to look for her. Because there were many people there. She wasn't going to find her alone. And then they helped her to look for her. Finally, they found her in that very same hall where we were taken out, where people were being prayed for. Fake people who faked to be sick, who faked to be on the wheelchairs, who faked to be blind and deaf. They were in that hall. After they've left, they took Simpiwe and took her there. I don't know for what. I don't know why that. I don't know why did they took her. I don't know. And then her mother was like, Simpiwe, are you okay? And then Simpiwe just cried. And I was like, yo, ma, I thought I'm lost because somebody just came and took me. That junior pastor, I think it's a junior pastor, he came and took me and ran with me and put me here. For what? I don't know. And you're like, why? Simpiwe was like, I don't know. Then her mother said, can you see? She said, no. Oh, I laughed. I was like, what? You can't also see? It's like, yeah. And then can you see? I said, no. And we laughed about it, Okay, we went out. Our parents were sad, but we kept on laughing. It was funny. And I told her, I thought when you have just regained your sight back, that's why you just stood up just quick like that and left me. I thought you stood up because of joy, because of happiness, you couldn't contain it, you were happy. And she was like, no, somebody just came and took me. And nobody, guys. And people in that room, they were complaining, they were crying, others were swearing, Lana, these people are playing with us. They just took us and locked us in here. And they know that when we are in this room, nobody can see us. Nobody, you couldn't see. People couldn't see you when you were in that room because it was in a corner somewhere. So even the spectators, people who just came to church, they didn't know that there's a room whereby real people with disabilities, real people who are sick, real people who can't walk, who came with wheelchairs, are locked in that room. And after the service, were taken out. And that's how we were scammed by Pastor Chris, pretending to be the real pastor, the real prophet. Okay, let me not say pretending. I don't want to be judged. I don't want to. I'm a lawyer. Okay, let me just say allegedly. Okay, allegedly, after everything that I've just said, just to save just to save myself. But then that's what happened, guys. we were being taken and locked inside the room, and suddenly people were there. People were raising their wheelchairs. That's a lie. That's a fake. No, there's nothing like that. Here I am, still blind, 10 years later. And me and my friends we laugh about that. Yo, my mother still gets pissed when she thinks about that. You know, people like playing with other people. How can people do this to us? How could people give us false hope? All of the money that we've been spending, all of the debts that we just got into just for being played for fools. But anyway, that's what happened. The end of the story. Please like this video and share it. Tune me again on my next upload. Bye.